many of you guys know me, but I'm sure there's some new people on the line. There always are. I got started in 1999 in the industry. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't even looking for a business opportunity to make money. I was looking for a way to lose weight. I was severely obese, and my husband's cousin sold me some weight loss products that came from a network marketing company, and I didn't know what that meant. But he invited me down to, he had lost 120 pounds, and so had his wife, and their results were just impressive. And they later on went on to lose 175 pounds. It was like sick. It was like craziness. It's like something you'd see in one of those magazines that you would think was fake. In fact, if I hadn't seen it myself, I would have thought it was fake too. So they invited me down to go to a meeting, and I thought I was going to like a Weight Watchers meeting, but it turned out to be an opportunity meeting. And I watched people parade across the stage and tell these just remarkable stories about, what they had done using some of these great products, and all your companies have great products, whether you're involved with nutritionals. I've seen some tremendous product results out there with all the different things, whether you're involved in some type of technology product. You guys all have great stuff. Whatever it is you're marketing. I know a lot of people are marketing travel, which I think is really cool. I love the idea of doing travel and doing direct sales or network marketing with it. So I sat there and I looked at this and I was like, cool, I really believed, hey, I could do this. But then the second part of the meeting was when all these people started coming across the stage, and they were like, a housewife and a school teacher and a truck driver, and, the first lady was making like $500 a month, and there was a lady making like $1,000 a month. And then these people that, quite frankly, I thought, well, they don't seem very sharp, were parading across the stage telling me that they were making $10,000 and $12,000 a month and so on and so forth. And I thought, there's something to this. I had never seen a marketing plan before. I had never seen circles. I had never even had anybody tell me about Amway. Okay, so I was that, excuse my language, but I was that virginal when I went to this meeting. And I thought maybe this was something. Maybe I landed here for a reason. Maybe it was a solution for me, because we were in deep doo-doo at my house. We were in debt. I had left my job because I had 2 little girls, wanted to be with them, had always wanted to be with my children, but I kept spending like before. And we had bought this house. We didn't realize how much it was going to cost to heat it. We needed new appliances, and we just kept putting everything on, the Sears card, the Home Depot card, and we had good credit, so they just kept giving us more. And Diane liked to shop, and Diane did shop, and the next thing you knew, it was over $40,000, and we couldn't pay it anymore. And I have the documentation of this, guys. I have the photocopies of all this, because as I built my career, one by one, I paid them off. I kept everything to remind myself what we had overcome. So maybe you came here tonight because you're looking for some training. You have a network marketing company. You're looking to learn how to enroll more people. You're looking to learn how to put people in, how to become a leader. Maybe you're looking for a way so that you don't have to be calling leads and reading them goofy scripts. Maybe you don't want to walk around the mall and accost people. So maybe you're just looking for some training. Maybe you came here because you heard we have a good mechanism to create cash flow for your business, which we very much do, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Maybe you came here because you heard that some wacky blonde comes out on Wednesday nights and talks. Did you guys hear that? You guys there? Somebody's laughing. I got Stacy or somebody laughing at me.
I heard it.
Yeah, maybe you heard there's a wacky blonde on Wednesday nights. I don't know what you heard, but you came here. Maybe you got one of our emails and you read it and you thought it looked interesting. What the heck, I'm going to go spy behind somebody's back. For whatever reason you're here tonight, and I believe that there are no coincidences. So I want to talk to you about something that's been on my heart today. And just a little 10 minutes, we'll discuss it, and then we're going to move into, I'll give you some information about our products, what we have, what you can learn, how I learned how to do what I learned how to do. You got to remember, 7 years ago, I was obese, shy, broke, sick. It's like the epitome of the miracle story, but it wasn't, because it was a journey. You got to remember who I was, where I came from. Guys, I was so big I had to beep when I backed up. I was so scared of my shadow. I wouldn't even order in restaurants. No kidding. And now I get on the phone and you hear me just bantering with people. because of what I came across and how I built my confidence over time. So what I want to talk to you about is the critical thing tonight, which is fear and your ego. Would you guys like to talk about that for a few minutes?
Yes.
Yeah. When I got started, and I want you to close your eyes, and picture me. Picture me being 32 years old and scared. Picture me being really, really, really not well. Picture me then trying to sell weight loss products. Do you think I was afraid?
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, I used to try to lose weight, and I'd go out and I'd go for a walk just trying to do something. And I swear to you, and I'm not making this up, I had somebody drive by once and hang out the window and moo at me. I've had people say such mean and cruel things to me, I can't even tell you. So the idea that I was going to try to sell weight loss to change my life was just insane. And believe me, everybody in my life told me it was insane. They reminded me it was insane, pretty much on a daily basis. Even some of the people that love me the most let me know that I was insane. Yet, something compelled me to go out and do this. And the concept I want to give you guys, is there somebody who wants to chat with me for a minute? I want to ask you some questions.
Sure.
Stacy, will you play with me?
Sure.
Okay. Stacy, when you think of the word ego, what do you think of? If somebody has an ego, just describe that person to me.
Somebody that's full of themselves, arrogant.
Arrogant, exactly.
Cocky.
Yeah, good, perfect. Would you guys all agree that that's when you think ego, that's what you think?
Yes.
Yeah. You think, and the typical thing we always think of is the guy with the big ego, right? The one that thinks he's, the hottest thing on the face of the earth, the big ego guy. Well, I want you to write this down. I want you to think about it, because ego is really when you are more concerned with yourself than everything else. And ego can go two ways. You see, ego can be when you think too much of yourself or you come off that way. But ego can also be when you doubt yourself and you think too little of yourself. I don't know if you guys ever thought about that. But you see, the whole point of ego is when you're putting yourself and this movie in your mind in front of the reality out of there. Whether your movie in your mind says that you're too hot to trot, or whether the movie in your mind says you're not good, you're not worthy, you're not this, you're not that. It doesn't matter. It's a movie in your mind. It's not reality. Did you guys ever think of it that way?
No.
Probably not, right?
No.
But it's the same. It really is the same thing. So I got down to the place where it was ego and fear versus my bank account. Write that down. Ego versus bank account. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be rich? Now, I didn't have any visions of being rich. I just wanted to make $500 a month so that my family could eat decent again. Because all of our money, see, if you guys have ever been broke, and some of you on the phone might be, some of you may have been, when you get to a point where your credit card bills are that out of control, and I'm not talking about we had school loans and car loans and house loans. I'm talking about credit card bills. When your credit card bills are that out of control, what happens is it's a vicious cycle because you can't pay them on time, so you end up getting late fees, and then you get over the limit fees because you didn't pay on time, so you get a late fee, and the late fee puts you over the limit. And the over the limit fee makes you be late, and then you're late and you're over the limit, and they're charging you $35 a pop. So what happens is your bills have bills. You have people calling you constantly trying to collect on you, and you have this tape in your mind, and I know there's a few of you on the line that relate to this. I know that there's a few of you that may even be going through this now, and I want to tell you that it's possible to get out of it. But when you have that thing going in your mind, you have this negative message. Now, I had negative messages saying you're fat, you're ugly, you're dumpy, nobody likes you, and you're broke, and you're poor, and they're coming to get you, and this was what was going on in my head all day long. And there was only one fear that I had that was bigger than talking to people about what I needed to do to make money. And that was the fear of my family going broke and not being able to feed my children. Now, it sounds really dramatic, but maybe it was ego that was in there too, because I was so embarrassed. You see, my parents sent me to college. I had an education, and yet I had made a mess. My sisters graduated from Cornell and Annapolis, and they had these wonderful things. And in the meantime, I was broke, and nobody knew. And I had to make a decision about whether I was going to let fear stop me dead in my tracks. Because the truth is that most people that I come across, it's not that they're not capable, it's not that they're not smart enough, it's not that they're not fun enough or have a good personality, it's that they're afraid of what will they think of me. And that ego gets so perverted, that we sit and we worry that what complete strangers, like leads, or leads that we generate, what are they going to think of me? You don't even know some guy in Oshkosh, Wisconsin that just responded to your ad, and you're afraid to call him up because you're so afraid that he's not going to like you. Have you ever felt like that?
Sure.
I did. Karen, I know you have. And Stacy, I know you have. I know a whole bunch of you have. You need to get to a place. And this is what Starlink is all about. And yes, I'm going to tell you about the business aspect. I got 3, 4, 5 more minutes on this. We're going to talk about earning money. Some of you guys are like, well, I didn't come here to listen to all this mumbo-jumbo about being afraid and this and that. Well, guess what? I can show you the whole plan on how to make money. You ain't going to make none if you still have this going on and you're not in the right place and with the right kind of people. Because chances are you've been in different deals and you didn't make money. Now, some of you guys on the line have. Some of you guys are on the line do. But let me ask you, how many people have you recruited that are doing what you do? There's not that many out there, which is why I'm talking about this, because I'm letting people know that it's okay to feel that way. But it's not okay to let your ego stop you from going to the place you want to go. Because the months and the years go by without you getting where you want to go if you don't sit down and get control over your fear and over your ego. If you don't corner it and face it head on, it's ego versus bank account. And if you're choosing your ego, your bank account can never get any bigger. You can dream, you can pray, but it ain't going to happen. Because when I found tapes, I was this little nothing with this tape going on in my head all day long. You're no good, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a loser, you're broke. It just ran 24 hours a day. Ego, 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 ego. And I found these tapes. And this guy said, I could show you how to create cash flow while you're putting people into your MLM. And this guy said, I could show you how to do 200 presentations a day behind your back while you're doing whatever you got to do. In my case, I was diapering babies. This guy said, I could show you how to use technology so that people are sorting through information and coming to you after they've been through it when they're ready. And I said, well, if that's what this guy says, and this guy spoke so there was something about him, something so genuine about this guy, I thought, well, I'm going to check this out. I used to read his newsletter all the time, and I'd read his articles. There was something about him. And I scraped up, to tell you the truth, I paid down my credit card, and I spent $200 on this particular course at the time. And I got 8 tapes. They were tapes. These tapes changed everything for me. Because for the first time in my life, not just in my network marketing career, but in my life, I had somebody speaking increase to me and agreeing with me. Somebody saying, hey, man, I was like total dirt down selling mops at a flea market because I was broke and I couldn't take care of my babies, and I did this and I did that, and I went to the library and I figured it out. Why not you? And I listened to him, and I thought, well, I'm smart. Why not me? And for the first time, there was this person saying, you know what? Here it is. Let me lay it out for you. All you got to do is listen, pay attention. And on one of those CDs, he said the words, "You're enough." And in my life, that was the first time anybody ever said those words to me. I had to hear it on a tape. So I have a couple minutes left. I'm going to go over business with you now. But before I go, before I move into that, let me tell you one thing tonight. You're enough. This industry isn't as hard as you think. The mechanics of it. What's hard is getting out of your ego. What's hard is getting past all the messages that you heard your whole life. I heard a lot of not nice messages from friends, family, and total strangers who felt compelled to share their thoughts on me. I had to get rid of that. And for me, it was putting on headphones and listening to tapes over and over and over again because it was all I had. I had nothing else. For you, yes, I'm going to show you how to make money now. Yes, I'm going to show you how to build your MLM right now. But for you, this place, and the reason why we have this every night of the week, is not just so we can sell stuff. We all want to sell stuff. We all want to make money. You're business people. I'm a business person. I need to feed my kids. I need to send them to college. It's the reality. But the reason we come here every night is to celebrate one another. I hope you guys get that. The reason that we come here, the reason why there were people on a phone call with Joe Schroeder for an hour and they're back here tonight to hang out with me is because they're feeding themselves. Because out there in the world, nobody's going to agree with you. Even in your MLM, your upline's not going to agree with you. They just want to know, did you bring anybody in today? How many people did you put in this week? Are you on your auto ship? Because they're business people. You're a business person. We're all here to make money. But over here, we believe in what you give away, you get to keep. I was given a gift. I said at the beginning of the call, I found a man named Joe Schroeder. I found these tapes, and he fed something into me that I couldn't find anywhere else. And because of it and because of my hard work and my study and my fighting down my ego and my fear, and I think by now you know there was a hell of a lot of it, I'm here today. And I took off 120 some odd pounds, and I cleaned up all that debt, and we're free. We're free. And I'm home with my girls who are all big now. And I'm home in my house sitting at my desk comfortable in my fuzzy slippers. And I get to go on vacations and do all the things that most people dream of. But if you're in a position like I was, and I think most of you are probably better off, but if you're in a position like I was, the only solution, and it's not, I'm looking for a better deal, I'm looking for the right program. I spoke to someone today. I know you're on the phone. I'm pretty sure you are. And I enjoyed talking to you. And she used the words, I'm looking for the right program. Don't look for the right program. Look for the right you. Don't look for the right deal with the hottest pay plan, because I'm about to show you the hottest pay plan there is. The hottest pay plan ain't going to get you nothing. The hottest deal, the newest deal, the ground floor opportunity ain't going to get you nothing. The only thing keeping you from what I'm about to show you, from where you are and what I'm about to show you, is what's between your ears. It's the fear. It's the ego. It's the thinking you're not enough that keeps you from going the distance.